Hey everybody, it's Deja from CrochetEverAfter.com. Today I'm going to show you how to do a single crochet join. So what that means is if you have pieces of a project and you need to securely join them, I'm going to show you how to use single crochet to make that join. Alright, I'm going to show you how to crochet two pieces together with a single crochet join. I'm just using these single crochet swatches because they have the nice V edge that you will most likely have when you're single crochet joining something, especially motifs because they're usually worked in the round, so you'll have the V edge around every single edge, which is nice. I'll probably turn this and work into this side also just so you can see how to single crochet in your funny bumps when you don't have something worked in the round. As you can see, I have a red yarn that I'm using because I want you to be able to see the stitches, and then also when I open it up you'll be able to see where this yarn lies. So that way if you're making a motif out of a couple different colors, you can choose what color you want to join with. So I have 10 stitches across on both of my pieces, so I line them up so that my V's are right next to each other. And that way when I put my hook, I'm going to start right here on this first stitch, right where those two V's are. I already have a slip knot on my hook. I'm going to go under both loops. So if you have trouble pushing through all four at once, just grab two and then grab the next two. So once you've gotten through both stitches, just grab your tail and start single crocheting. Yarn over, pull up the loop, and finish your single crochet. Now one thing that you're going to do that's different from normal single crochets is you're going to tighten it down because you want it to be a nice tight join. So after every single crochet you're going to pull on your tail to tighten that stitch down. So next I'm going to go into the next stitch that I come to. It's easy to see on this side, sometimes it's a little difficult to see that back stitch. So just make sure you're catching both loops, both sides of the V. You can single crochet just in one loop on both pieces. This stitch it doesn't really matter. It doesn't give that much different effect. It can give a little bit, you can get like a vertical line if you decide just to grab these outside loops, but that's about the only difference in effect. It's not going to change how it lies when you open it up. You're still going to be able to see the same bars that I'm going to show you in a second when I open this up. So it's up to you if you want to catch two loops or less, but as you can see it's almost like working just regular single crochet. You can see the hole all the way through both pieces. You're just working through both stitches every single time, or whatever amount of loops you want to work through. And as you can see, after I finish each one I tug down on my tail. I find it easiest to tighten it by just pulling it straight down from my hook. So after I get my 10 stitches, I'm going to open this up and show you, and then we'll turn our work and we'll do the corner. There's my 10th. Just tighten that down. And one thing I forgot to mention, usually you're going to be putting your right sides together. So when you open it up, you see your right sides. And as you can see, these are the little posts I was talking about. So whether you work through one loop or both loops, when you open this up, you're going to see those little posts. So in the red, it's very easy to spot. If you did this in green, you wouldn't really notice it because it would be all the same color. On the back side, it's much more noticeable because you have the whole single crochet stitch. It's also raised. So you're going to have a raised edge on this side when you do a single crochet join. It's a very sturdy join, so it has its uses, but if you don't want that raised edge, then you might want to try a different join like a whip stitch or a mattress stitch. Those aren't as three-dimensional. So I'm going to go ahead and close this up, and we're going to join this side over here. So we need to work our corner, so when we come to our last stitch, what we'll do is we'll do 3 single crochets in that same stitch. And that's going to give us a corner. It's going to turn our stitches. And I just keep tightening them down. And you notice I'm lining up my bumps. When you do single crochet, the end of your rows start to look kind of like bumps. But when I work my single crochets into them, I want to work them all kind of in the same spot so that I can get a nice flat edge. I don't want my edge to be bumpy also. So if you remember that your row, your single crochet row, we have about 10 here. We have 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, yeah, about 10. So I want to do one in each kind of V. So you can kind of see that these look like V's going down almost. So I have V's again, so I want to do one on each side of my V. So I just kind of stick my hook through wherever it seems that it will fit best and work that single crochet. So push through both sides. It's best to just hold it tight and push through so you can get both edges, because trying to pull it apart and then find the same edge on the other side can be a little difficult sometimes. So push through, single crochet, pull it tight. Push through, single crochet, and pull it tight. And as you can see, that my edge is pretty straight. I'm doing this quite fast. I would do it a lot slower if I was actually, making this as a project. But just for example purposes, you want to try to find the same stitch across. So if you are using a contrasting color like this, they'll all look even. If it's the same color, it's not going to matter as much. But when you turn this on the outside, you can see our post. You can also see where I didn't tighten it down. So when you don't tighten it down, you have a much bigger post. So make sure as you work your stitches, pull them nice and tight as you go so you have nice, even, consistent post. So you can see those, I didn't pull them down as tight. So that's how you're going to single crochet join pieces together. If you have any questions, leave them below.